Hello there. Welcome to another fresh edition of your favorite program, the Hilltop Mansion. As you may already know, my name is Kelvin Summer reporting on duty tonight. And if you're joining us for the very first time, note that Hilltop Mansion is a special program designed by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Channel 12, where we bring you up to date of events and happenings from the
It was a moment of joy among civil servants in Akwa Ibom State, not just because they have been granted the request to celebrate Civil Service Week with their counterparts across the country after 10 years of waiting, but having the governor in person celebrating the day with workers is what the head of service described as a rare honor.
It has never been this good with the public service. The public servants or civil servants have been seen as anyhow citizen of Akwa Ibom State. So, but since you came in, we have seen the love that you have, the passion that you have.
I want to assure you, by the grace of God, you will surpass all the governors in this state. And so continue to maintain.
Addressing the people, Governor Eno appreciate them for the harmonious relationship his administration has so far enjoyed with workers across the state, while assuring that he will continue to do his best in making life worth living, not just for workers, but for the entire people of the state.
One of the things we have decided to do is to improve our human capacity development in the civil service. And so, I had said earlier on, between now
And to highlight more on the activities of the week, we have in the studio tonight the head of civil service of Akwa Ibom State, who will be telling us more on what the government has achieved so far in the civil service. The head of civil service, sir, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
All right, sir. How are you doing? And in extension, the civil servants in Akwa Ibom State?
Oh, we're doing quite well. We're quite happy workers of Akwa Ibom State because of the administration of His Excellency Pastor.
Okay, sir. We understand you people just had a week-long celebration after 10 years break. How did this come? What has happened? What has kept it this long? And how did the people come about it, including the gains of this particular week-long event?
Thanks so much. The last time we celebrated Public Service Week in Akwa Ibom State was in 2014. That's about 10 years ago. And it's been that long, probably because of the priority of the government from that time to when Pastor Mono came on board. And when he came in, we presented the need for to have public service week. He quickly gave approval and ended to us having that week after that long period. I want to tell us that the June salary has been paid.
Okay.
And His Excellency, the governor, has kept to his word. He has released money for payment of that 20,000 to public servants. So by next week, the public servants' accounts in the state are going to be credited with 20,000 naira across the board. And we're so happy with the administration of His Excellency. And there's so much he has done in terms of welfare packages to the workers of Akwa Ibom State.
Okay. Well, there was also what I read recently on some of these papers about a total of 4 billion naira being released for different, I don't know how true that is, and what are those things that are supposed to be captured.
His Excellency, the Governor, Pastor Mono, in his magnanimous manner, recently released 4.7 billion naira towards payment of gratuities, pension arrears, to workers across.
Given much or so is expected. What are those things that are expected of the civil servants of Akwa Ibom State, given what they are enjoying from this administration?
Yes, His Excellency, the governor expects workers to increase the output from the offices, to improve on the efficiency, to work hard and also smart, so that they are not only process-oriented, they are result-oriented, to increase on the output from the offices, to stay put in the offices and attend to government programs and activities that government pay into the new minimum wage.
All right, so on a winding up note, this is more like a new year in the civil service. After the entire celebration, the people have now stepped into their new year. What would you advise them as your own children?
I always urge, and I ever urge all my workers that His Excellency has done so much for us. We need to reciprocate his kind gesture by putting in our best to help him to actualize the vision, dreams of Arise agenda.
All right, thank you so much for being a part of the Hilltop Mansion for this week. We hope that from time to time we'll be having more of you to tell us more on what the Arise agenda is doing in the civil service of Akwa Ibom State. Let's take a short break here. When we return, we'll bring you more.
Have you ever missed out on any events or activities of the governor, first lady, or the deputy governor of Akwa Ibom State? Worry no more. Hilltop Mansion got you covered. Hilltop Mansion is a program of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Uyo, specifically designed to showcase the day-to-day activities of the Arise agenda.
Tune in every Monday at 7:30 p.m.
on Star Times, Channel 103, and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube to join us. Hilltop Mansion, showcasing the Arise agenda.
Welcome back, and many thanks for staying tuned. Now, let's take the next event, which happened to be the 70th birthday anniversary of Professor Akpanekpo, which the governor himself and his counterpart in Anambra State were live at that event, and the Hilltop Mansion crew was able to capture that event for your viewing delight.
For Public Policy, University of Uyo, this lecture on the theme, Nigeria, the economics of potentials and the potentials of economics, is to mark the 70th birthday anniversary asset in the academia.
The man we are celebrating today is a global icon, a global economy.
Commends Professor Ekpo for his numerous achievements while in active service, especially in what he described as academic sanitization brought to the University of Uyo community to put an end to corruption, cultism, and other vices. To honor the academic dawn, the governor directed immediate construction of Ikorobueka, Ikoribom Road.
We're gathered here to celebrate your academic excellence and a lot of the people that had passed through you and you have impacted their lives, either as their teacher or their friends, have gathered here to celebrate you today. The of people that have come from far and wide testifies, and the quality of the audience we have here today bear testimony to that fact. So we want to thank you. Thank you for your days as the Vice Chancellor of the expelling and exposing certificate racketeering, and of course my name was not there. And even when they tried to
vision a few times, I told him last night that I'm going to come back on a retreat because I want to pick white as much as I can pick, because this is the land of Pastor. This one is a passing, it's a fleeting visit. We have all come to pay our tribute to this Colossus who has traversed, academia, community service, the intellectual content that he brought. He just didn't pass through. He left lasting legacies and impacts. What with the generations that he helped to train, I'm sure they will continue. Serve the nation, serve West Africa, serve the world, if you might, Africa and the world. We've come to celebrate him, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back on my retreat, and maybe 2-3 days. By the time it's not just that I'll learn from what he's doing, but I will get mountain full of prayers and blessings, and that can take me to anywhere.
Akpaneku is a professor of economics and public policy, University of Uyo, who has participated in Nigeria's public policy space for over 25 years and is known and respected for his uprightness and diligence.
The governor has also recently inaugurated the boards of Akwa Ibom State Asset Management Agency and that of Hilltop, and charged them with the responsibility to get into work and deliver on their mandates.
Inaugurating the boards, the governor says he is determined to return Hilltop to its original vision for establishment, noting that henceforth any state government's investment not captured by the Hilltop would be presumed to be non-existent.
If you don't set up monitoring team to tell you the truth, you'll be living a lie. Only when they were telling you what you wanted to hear, So we must deliberately have institutions that tell us the truth based on numbers. I think that's how to run. So I don't mind starting as F9, but let me not end as F9. Then we'll look at areas we've not done well. We keep improving. I think those are